Good morning, all. First of all, I'd like to apologize there was no video yesterday. I did shoot a video of all around my chicken tractor, showed everybody all the different parts of it and all that, and all I can say is the sound was less than stellar. Okay, it was god awful. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to get a different mic and put on this thing, and hopefully we can get this done. That's what I'm going to do this morning. I haven't let the chickens out. I'm going to go get them out and get everything going. It's a balmy 42 degrees this morning. I love fall. It's wonderful. But let's get these chickens out. Good morning, fellas. Oh, I had to get out the insulated coffee cup. Coffee's getting cold out here this morning. I don't know why. It's 44 degrees. Yesterday I made a video of my chicken tractor and the sound was awful. Today I have a little microphone on my shirt. Never used that before. I don't like it. It has wires. I hate wires, but hopefully the sound will be good. I'm going to start today by giving credit where credit's due. I started with a basic design for my chicken tractor with a design by a fellow by the name of Justin Rhoes. If you're not familiar with Justin, he's got a YouTube channel. He does an awful lot of stuff on chickens. And outside of the fact that he calls himself the Chicken Ninja Master, he's got pretty good information. Chicken Ninja Master. I did make some changes to his design. Some of it just seemed like a good idea to me. Some of it's pretty much very much like his. Let's start with the Chickshaw idea. Okay, the basic Chickshaw idea is based on a rickshaw. I've got wheels in the middle of my chicken tractor, and I've got the bar up here. That means I can pick this thing up just like that. This thing is very, very easy to move. Everything's balanced in the middle. I can pick that up. I can walk away. I'm not gonna move it now because I got chickens underneath the wheels and stuff like that. That doesn't look good on video when you run down your chickens. The insides of my chicken tractor. We'll get to the nesting boxes on the other side here in a minute. I've got a floor here that's a wire mesh. The idea is with the mesh is that when the chickens poop, the poop falls through and you don't have to clean the floors all the time. Right now I put some cardboard in there because it kind of keeps the chickens up where it's out of the wind, and they seem to like it a little better. That's where they spent the night, was on the cardboard. So I don't know about that. Still, the chickens seem hardy enough. They don't seem to be having a problem with the cold, other than they were all just bunched up in a big bunch. But that's what they do. So I got 1-inch mesh on the floor. That way when the chickens poop, poop falls through. I've got 1/2-inch mesh on the walls, on the front and on, oops. I've got that on the front and on one section of the wall over here. That gives me some good airflow. And when it gets colder, I'll probably cover that side up. I may even cover the front, but you still got to have airflow from underneath. So that's why we did that. I've got just a basic door, real simple. Okay, one thing I did that's very different from the original design on the Chickshaw that I really at this point think might have been a mistake is I did 2 sections of roof, all right, so I can lift up half of it at a time. Now, the problem with that, I also had to make this just to put in the middle. But I can remove that. easily enough. But you can already see I'm gathering leaves in the middle there, things like that. The other problem with that is if I don't have this thing perfectly level, now it's high in the middle and it sheds to either side. If I don't have this thing perfectly level, like it's not now, water wants to flow to the middle, which means I've got water going down the crack and flowing into my chicken coop. That's not a good thing. So I have to keep this thing perfectly level. And like I said, that might have been a mistake. If I ever build another one, I'm not going to do that. It's just going to have a one-piece roof so that I can lean the chicken tractor whichever way and water sheds off and I don't have a leak in the middle. That is a major difference. And like I said, I think that one might have been a mistake. God, I got crud today. All right, at the front of the Chickshaw, you got the pole here. I made this in such a way, and this was part of the original design, but I made this in such a way that I can take this out, and then that way, when I lift the front of my, when I lift the top on my Chickshaw, I've got that pole right there that allows me to hold that up. Now, there's that problem I was talking about. I lifted that up, all the water's flowing down in the middle of my chicken tractor. That's not good. A lot of people, when they make one of these, have this bar right here where it'll flip up, and that way you can block chickens from being able to get into the nesting boxes. I didn't do that because I think that with the way these nesting boxes are in there, and I'll show you this here in a minute, I can just turn them around and that way no chickens could get in there and not have to build all that extra stuff there just to make that flip up. But that gives you a general view of the inside of it. Now for access to my nesting boxes. Pretty simple. Open that up. And there they are right there. And I can get to that and then pull this one over and get to that. When I first started this design, my original plan was not necessarily to have this door like that. Then I figured out that there's this hole right here. And if I can do that, you can put a coon in there. And I'd really like to not feed my chickens to coons. And again, the same thing on this side where you can pull the box out and get right in there to it. I need to get some straw in there. Don't really think it's that important right at the moment because these chicks aren't exactly what you'd call laying age. They are almost 4 weeks old. And there you go. Another thing that I did a little bit different was the wheel down there. Everybody always goes with solid wheels, and I understand why. Those pneumatic tires were really cheap at Harbor Freight. So I got those. People say they don't want to be out in the field and not be able to get air out there to it. I've got air tanks. I can get air out there to it if I need to. So it's just something a little different. Don't really think I'm going to have a problem with it. And like I said, this thing is very, very easy to move. If we step back here, you can see how I made that thing in a very balanced manner so that it'll be easy to move as far as the weight of it and things like that. And really, I've moved that thing quite a bit. Outside of getting it on and off a trailer, I found that thing is just incredibly easy to move. That's my basic chicken tractor design. Like I said, it's based on the one by Justin Rhoes, what he calls his Chickshaw. And I really like the design of that because that thing is very easy to move. My 6-year-old granddaughter couldn't move it. She did manage to lift up the front of it. I think by the time she's 8, she'll be able to move it. I don't think it'll be a problem. Very easy to move. And the chickens seem to like it. They can hide underneath of it, gives them a place to get underneath of it in the weather and the cold and all that, gives them a dry spot. If I needed to, I could stick the feed under there so it'd stay dry. I have done that when it rained the other day. Just stuck the feed up underneath there and the feed stayed dry, chicken stayed dry. Made for a happy day. So, there you go. That's my basic chicken tractor. I like it. It works. Chickens seem to like it. There you go. That's a good coffee morning. That's my chicken tractor. Chicks are all in for the night. They don't seem to mind that thing at all. Seems to work out. Kind of like what I'm doing with that. Chickens is just the first step of what I'm getting in the way of livestock. I plan to get a couple cows. I plan to get some sheep, maybe a couple goats. Who knows, I may end up with a pig or two. In the meantime, I'm still trying. I bought land. All right, I've got a 7.5 acre farm. Doesn't even have a house on it. Don't have anything on it. And in the meantime, the place where I'm living, if you want to buy a house, stop by. We'll sell it to you. I'm trying to sell this house. It was my parents' house, and not my house. So I'm trying to get moved down there. I'm going to be doing a lot of things like that, trying to get all that working. Really doing the homestead thing from the ground up. But in the meantime, my name's Mark. I'm just some old Kentucky homesteader. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, ding the little bell, follow along. We'll learn together, because believe me, I'm learning. I didn't know anything about a Chickshaw 4 months ago. I barely knew what a chicken tractor was. I did know what a chicken was. I've killed a few. I've never raised them before. Just harvested. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. That's it. Y'all have a blessed day.